Good morning, children. Today in this module, we are going to discuss what are contact forces, non-contact forces, and what is the definition of pressure. Already in the previous module, we discussed that when the force exerted, when there is an interaction between two objects, a force will exert. This applied force can able to change the direction, can increase or decrease the speed of an object, and what are the shapes and size changes, all these we discuss. Is the force exerted when there is a contact between the objects, or is there any situation where without contact also can force will exert? Let us discuss what are the kinds of forces. Forces are of two types. They are contact force and non-contact force. Contact forces example muscular force and force of friction. Non-contact forces example magnetic force and electrostatic force and gravitational force. What is the difference between contact and non-contact forces? Let us discuss in detail. Can you push or lift a book lying on the table without touching it? Or can you lift a bucket of water without holding it? In both the cases, the answer is no. Generally, to apply a force on an object, our body needs to be in contact with the object. So, we can say that contact forces are the forces which act on bodies when they are in actual contact. Basically, these are of two types. They are muscular force and force of friction. Let us see the example of muscular force. What do you observe here? The man was lifting that weight. How he is lifting? Is it possible without contact with that object? No. There should be a contact between the object to the hands. Here the force is exerted because of the muscles. The force which exerted by use of muscles is called muscular force. It is an example for muscular force. Still now we observe how a man utilizing his muscular force for lifting the weight. What are the other examples? What are the other situations where you can observe the muscular force? Yes, that is cutting the fruits or vegetables with the help of knife, hammering of nail with the help of hammer, and in all the actions that we perform in our daily life, like brushing, bathing, eating, writing, and walking, we have to exert a force. So here how this force is exerted, from where this is exerting, because of our muscles. So the force which we exert by using our body muscles is known as muscular force. Are we only exerting the muscular force? No. If you observe birds flying, how they will able to fly without using their muscles? Are they can able to fly? No. Even birds also utilizing their muscles to fly. That means they are also exerting the muscular force. And the same way, even the animals which are working in the field, you observe the animals are pulling that object in the field. How these animals can do that work without using muscles? Can they? No. Even the animals also using their muscles to exert the muscular force. So, muscular force is an example of contact force. Then what is the another example for contact force? Yes, that is frictional force. So now we are going to observe another example of contact force, that is force of friction. Observe what happens if you release ball from his hands. How it is stops over the floor. Observe here, a block is there on the table. If you apply some force over the block may move some extent and it itself it will stop. who is there to stop that block? Can you? Yes, that is frictional force. Frictional force which act between the surfaces which makes them to stop. If you observe, if you are cycling, under some situations you may apply the brake. At that situation, what do you observe? The bicycle slow down. How it will slow down? Because of frictional force which exerts between the tire and the surface. The same we observe even in the block. So what is friction? When it will develops? When an object is moving, in that moment it always opposes the motion of that object which is in opposite direction. The same way you observe even in the cycling. When you are cycling, the frictional force develops between the surface and the tire which is in contact. The same if you observe in our daily life, when we are going on the road, when there is a red light, suddenly you may apply the brake. By applying the brake, the vehicle will stop. How it will stop? The friction which develops between the brake and the tire acts and makes that object to stop. Here the frictional force develops with the help of brake, between brake and tire. Always the object will in the direction of movement. But observe in which direction? Frictional force acts in the opposite direction. That means frictional force, when we are pushing an object, if this applied force is less than the frictional force applied on the surface, the object will not move. If you apply more force, if the applied force is more than the frictional force exerted, then you can observe the object can move. Here, what is the use of the frictional force? Frictional force, pushing force which exert opposite direction. In which direction you are pushing the table, in that opposite direction the frictional force develops. The frictional force always opposes the motion of an object and acts in a direction opposite to the force applied. Still now we discuss what a frictional force. When a vehicle comes to rest, once its engine is switched off, we know that some force is required to stop a moving body. That in case of this bus, we observe the frictional force act in the form of brakes apply over that. The same way we observe that frictional force always acts on an object which is opposite to the direction of force. So, still now we discussed the contact forces, example muscular force and frictional force. Now we are going to see how a force exerts without contact between two objects. What is meant by magnetic force? The force exerted by magnets is nothing but magnetic force. It is an example of non-contact force. Here the force exerted between two magnets without contact with each other. Now check how the attraction and repulsion takes place between two bar magnets. Now we are going to observe an example of non-contact force, that is magnetic force. What do you observe here? Who is pushing? Who is pushing that another magnet? No one is there, but it is going away from that first magnet. That is, both are same poles. That is why they are moving away from each other. But here both are attracted towards each other because they are different poles. Here who makes these two to attract? No one, because of their poles they attract them. Now observe another one, non-metallic ball. Observe how it is going. Now the metallic ball. See the direction how the who is making the direction change here? Yes, magnet. Now observe carefully. So as it is a metal one which attract towards the magnet which changes its direction. Now observe who is changing the direction of magnetic needle. No one is there, but it is deflecting because the force exerted by the magnet makes the deflection of needle. Here the force is exerted without contact between two objects. Such type of forces are called non-contact forces. So magnetic force is example of non-contact force. So still now we observe what is a magnetic force. Though another example for non-contact force is electrostatic force. Electrostatic force exerted between two objects because of the charge created by an object by rubbing on any surface. Already we learned this electrostatic force before only. Once again we'll check how electrostatic force exerted between two objects where there is no contact between two objects, which is an example of non-contact force. Can you remember this activity? How this balloon will get that force? So by rubbing it with a microfiber cloth, if you leave it, and by taking another rod rubbing with that cloth, what do you observe? Already we know they repel each other because both are having the same negative charge. This is called electrostatic repulsion. But how these two are repelling and attracting, who is giving force over there? Are we pushing them? Are we pulling that? Here the force exerted because of charging over that. So without contact with each balloon, they are getting some charge. With that charge, they will exert the force. Here this type of forces are called electrostatic force. In electrostatic force, we observe the repulsion and attraction between the two objects. So it is an example for non-contact force. Still now we observe what is electrostatic force and what is the other type of non-contact force, that is nothing but gravitational force. Why the leaves or fruits fall to the ground when they detach from the plant? This is because of gravitational force. The force due to Earth's attraction is called the gravitational force. This is an example of non-contact force. Let us check the gravitational force with an activity. Now we are going to check the gravitational force with the help of a stand. Take a stone and with the help of a clamp fix over there. Now if you unclamp, what will you observe? The stone falls down. Now again check with coin. Same we observe. Now with the spoon. So what do you observe? If you unclamp an object, it comes towards the earth. This is nothing but gravitational force which acts on all objects. Observe how we can able to cut the vegetable. Are we using the blunt side? No, we are using the sharp side of the knife for cutting. Why we use that side only? Why not blunt side? Now we are going to check why can able to cut the vegetables with the sharp edge, why not with the blunt side. If you observe here, the nail which was inverted, the blunt side is towards the wood. If you hammer in this position, can the nail can able to insert in the wood? No. How you can able to insert that? If you keep the nail upside and the pointed end down, if you hammer, you can able to insert the nail into the wood. Why? What is the difference between the position of these two nails? If you observe the top of the nail which has more area than the tip has very less area. Here the force how much you are applying that depends upon the area. It may increase or decrease. That means when you are keeping the blunt side down, as the area is more, the force applied cannot produce that much pressure which can able to insert that. But compared to the other side, the tip has very less area. As it less area, the force applied may produce more pressure so that it can insert. That means, what do you understand with this one? If you observe clearly, you can understand that pressure is directly proportional to force. If force increases, pressure increases, but it depends upon the area. That means inversely proportional to area. If area is more, the pressure exert will be less. If area is less, the pressure exert will be more. Let us understand this with another example. For example, there is a wood, you need to cut that wood. To you, we have given a blunt edge blade. Can you able to cut the wood with that blunt edge? No. If I given a axe which has a sharp edge, can you? Yes. Why? What is the difference between these two? Both are made up of with metal only. Means the first one has more area, which is the blunt one has more area. As the pressure is inversely proportional to area, here the area is more, so the pressure exert will be less. When coming to axe which has the sharp edge, if you observe the area, it is less area. As the less area means, what is the pressure? Pressure exert will be more, so that you can able to cut that wood with the help of sharp edge axe. So with this, what do you understand? What is mean by pressure? Pressure means force per unit area is called pressure. So pressure is equal force by area. That means directly proportional to force, inversely proportional to area. And the SI unit of pressure is Pascal. So today in this module, what we have learned? We have learned that when there is an interaction between two objects, the force exert will be different. And if the two surfaces are in contact, whatever the force exert is called contact force. And the examples of contact force are muscular force and force of friction. And the next type of force is non-contact force. The force which will exert without contact between two surfaces is called non-contact forces. Example, magnetic force, electrostatic force and gravitational force. And this force whatever is exerting on an object, if it acts on a unit area, then it is called pressure. Pressure is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to area. If area is less, pressure will be more. Area is more, pressure will be less.